Kaboom, baby! What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining us once again on the Dstar01 channel. I'm your host, Dexter Arafiles, and today we'll be looking at the Fighting Armor War Machine by Sentinel. If you're looking to pick this up, you can get them at www.dstartoys.com. You'll search for awesome action figures. This figure will go on sale on Black Friday this year, 2022. I'm so hyped because I really do like this figure. But before we get into that, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the know when I post new videos. Like every toy review, I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel right off the bat, and then we're going to do a deeper dive. Do I like this figure? Absolutely. I always felt that the Fighting Armor by Sentinel always kind of belonged more towards the Iron Man side. They all have that Iron Man look and feel, and I said, you know what? War Machine would be a perfect type of character to go with this type of setup. And they did make one, and I have to say, I'm pretty darn impressed. He looks good, he feels good, he has metal legs, which is really awesome. He's about $100. That's about the price point that I expect to pay for a Sentinel figure. And you know what, most importantly, what I really like about this, he doesn't have like all these little tiny pieces that fall off him. That's what I was thinking was going to happen. This is my first Fighting Armor I've actually ever opened and played with, and I thought a lot of parts would fall off, but no, he's really sturdy. No spare parts. I took him right out of the box, and he was like this. One piece, well, two pieces, pretty much just like this, and then he has his backpack on. So if there's any negative I have to say about this figure, I noticed that there are these holes in the guns and stuff like that. It's almost like I think they were going to give him effect pieces to finish him off, but somewhere down the line I think they decided not to, and that was kind of a really big mistake. This figure is great. He has a lot of cool looking knickknacks and moving parts and everything like that, but he needs some effect pieces to really finish him off and look really good, to get that perfect pose. Considering that you do get a really nice stand as well. The Sentinel stand I've learned to love and really like it, and you can get him to do all kinds of poses. But what's the point if you can't have effect pieces? So I really feel like this guy would benefit with effect pieces. So now that you know, let's dive deeper and let's look into paint and detail, articulation and scale, and accessories. So let's look into paint and detail. Let's get this guy standing kind of straight here, and let's move all of his accessories to the back there, right? So Lieutenant Rhodes is War Machine, and he looks really good. And let's zoom in and I'll show you why. The paint scheme is really nice. You can tell that they really went for a really nice, almost gunmetal look to it. You can see that the musculature right here, or the muscle parts, are more of a grayish gunmetal, where they went for more of a darker gunmetal for the chest piece, the shoulder, the forearms, and the legs, the shins right here, which is really cool. So I really like what they did there. The paint looks fantastic. Let's look at his face. You could tell they did some really nice paint sheen right there. It looks really good, like metallic, like really strong metallic right here. Looking really solid. And let's look at the guns. I know we're supposed to look at these in the accessories, but you know what? He really doesn't come with many accessories. This is pretty much the only accessory you get. It's a backpack that goes on and off. I'll look more into that when we get to the accessories part, but yeah, that's it right there. Look at those missiles. They don't really fire. They don't really do anything, but they do look cool on him. And then, of course, we have the shoulder cannon right here. And again, we're going to look deeper into that right now. We're looking more into paint and detail. And speaking of detail, look at all these beautiful details. I love how the light just shines off him and it looks really solid. And last but not least, as I was saying once before, the metal legs really keeps this figure nice and sturdy, and it actually gives him a nice heft. This is a really sturdy, good feeling figure. When you hold him in your hands, you're going to notice, like, wow, this guy's actually quite heavy, more heavier than just a pure plastic figure. And I really like that they gave him metal legs. You can actually feel it's cold to the touch, almost die-cast feeling, and it gives him a really sturdy feel. So when it comes to paint detail, I have to say, Really solid work here. Now let's talk about articulation and scale. Just because he has a lot of armor, does that mean he's limited by his articulation? Well, we're going to find out. But first, let's see how tall he's standing. This guy is standing at 6.5 inches. So let's see how he stands with other stuff. Here is a Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta by fHKWX. So as you can see, he stands really tall, almost like I can't even fit him in the camera. Let's see if we can get Vegeta to stand here. And so there you have it. He's a pretty tall figure indeed. And we have another fHKWX right here. Here is the armored Iron Man fHKWX compared to the Sentinel War Machine right there. So it looks like they're almost the same height. I do know War Machine is just a little bit taller, so that is pretty accurate. And another fHKWX, my favorite, is the Vanilla Coke Iron Man right there from Iron Man 3, the movie. And let's get some, let's go here. Here we have a Marvel Legends almost cyborg Spider-Man. So he is a little bit taller than the Marvel Legends, so that's really good. So he's a pretty tall figure. Now let's talk about articulation. We do have an up and down here at the toe. We do have an ankle swivel right there, and a double jointed knee, and a ball joint and hinge with a true, actually I think it's clicky. Yeah, I feel a little bit of click right there in the thigh swivel. And look at this, people. Because of that joint, you can get decent kicks out of this figure because his articulation is actually really good. We can have him almost like kicking a football right there. And also, don't forget, little parts are actually movable. So the shin guard is movable and stuff like that. And that's really cool. We have 2 articulation. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm totally sorry. I thought there was only 2. There's actually 3 articulation points in the midsection. We have 1, 2, and 3. So lots of rotation, lots of movement. So we can get this guy to do all kinds of cool poses and stuff like that. And yeah, there's one right there. Do we have butterfly joints? Kinda, but I wouldn't really consider these butterfly joints. He kind of has pull-out joints, but they're only in the thighs right there, so you can get maximum rotation, and then you push it back in. But I thought they would have it here at the shoulders, but not really. We do have a true bicep swivel right there, which is really nice. Really like that we always get a bicep swivel. And a double-jointed elbow, ball and peg here at the wrist, 2 at the neck, and don't forget the guns are also articulated. And he also has a lot of little hidden articulation parts, which we will look at in accessories, I guess, because he doesn't really come with much accessories. So let's talk about the posing here. Let's get a superhero landing pose. Boom. We almost have it. Maybe if he looked straight up, we could have something like that, but this is as far as I can go with the superhero landing pose. And let me just say, this isn't half bad. It's just unfortunate that this shoulder part's kind of get in the way of moving the head all the way back. So again, let's go over more articulation points. We do have really nice side kicks, like I was saying before. This guy has a lot of articulation. Let's do a short-yuken test. And there you go. Boom, short-yuken right there. And 1 second as his shoulder armor is coming off real quick. Let me just adjust that. Okay, so the shoulder armor was in 2 pieces. It actually comes apart, but I just snapped it back together. Anyway, where were we? Right, short-yuken test right there. So lots of articulation. Let's talk about accessories. So like I said before, this part comes off. And what's really cool about this, what I love about this, is there's some modularity to this gun set. Is you can remove the shoulder cannon and you can actually plug it into the arms and the legs. And as you can see here, there's some sockets right there, so you can add it to the legs. Personally, I don't really like the way this looks, but I do like the fact that you do have the option to give him that, which is pretty neat. Right here. So you can have like guns right there. So boom, boom. There you have it. There's War Machine, kaboom, baby. And another thing that I want to show you is that he has claws, which I didn't think. War Machine never had claws. But yeah, I've been reading the comics. I don't remember him having these claws. But anyway, here we go. There is some claws right there. So it's like that for both sides. Boom, boom, and boom, and boom. So you can have kind of like this really aggressive looking thing right here. One thing I wanna just tell you, I don't want to show you until probably the showcases, because I don't want to deal with so many parts, is that these parts, actually the claws come out and you can attach it to the legs. Again, don't know why you'd want to do that, but it's the option. Like, just like how I don't like the guns on the legs, maybe you do. Let me know down in the comments down below. Do you like that? Maybe. I don't know. I like the traditional styled War Machine with the guns in the shoulders. So let's get this guy fully outfitted. Oh yeah, and we also just that's it. Let's look at the top cam before I forget. I almost forgot. You just get 4 hands. That's it. And you do get a salute hand and some open hand. Actually, sorry, you get 5. You get 1 salute hand, and then you get the repulsor blast, like open hands, which we will look at the showcase. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, he could really benefit with some repulsor blast type stuff. And now let's get this guy outfitted. All right, let's come up with a conclusion of the Fighting Armor War Machine by Sentinel. I do love this figure. It's fantastic. It looks great. It's $100, a little bit pricey, but you know what? You do get what you pay for. You get a really sturdy metallic, and it has metal on it, so it's really nice, and it really feels good. And it feels like, it doesn't feel fragile at all. Not at all. I come to notice that I didn't know that the shoulder pieces come into 2 pieces, so they snap together onto the shoulder, so it is pressure fit. That's a little bit of a negative, but not too much for me to take off some points. And I think, like I said before, the biggest negative obviously is I think he just needs effect pieces. He would look so awesome if you had like missile shooting effect pieces, or the repulsor blast pieces, or this gun firing off, or his forearm guns firing off. That would have been so dope. Would have completed the set. I would have paid $20 more for something like that. But unfortunately we don't, and maybe down the line I might have to 3D print something. But yeah, he looks really aggressive. Love the way he looks. This is totally what I imagine my War Machine would look like, and therefore I have to say I love this figure. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Do not forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the know when I post new videos. And last but not least, if you're looking to pick this up, you can go to www.dstar01 for awesome action figures. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Hey you! Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Where? Right here. Not there, right here. You. And thanks for watching. So, rate, comment, and subscribe. Right here, right there, right here. Yeah.